The scam artists are coming out. Every single bull market you have scam artists, and they are considering that this is what I think is going to be the fifth leg. By the way, you haven't seen anything yet in terms of price action. I expect a ridiculous amount of price action coming up very soon. But first, let's get into the amount of bullishness that's out there. And you know my saying, if you are a follower of me on Twitter at Sir Crypto Tips or here at Crypto Tips, you will know that I am very fearful. I get a little bit weary when people are overly bullish. That is why we have the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. When people are super bearish, that means that's probably a great time to buy. When people are super bullish, that is usually a great time to be skeptical, especially during a bull market, which we are clearly in. I've got so many tweets, like responses, whenever I say that we are in a bull market. Oh, we're not in a bull market. We're just gonna be in there for this range forever. I'm like, no, we're not. You must be new, and welcome to crypto. All right, so let's talk about how bullish people are right now. So this is from Bitwise CEO. More flows and more adoption and a strong bull market for years to come. This is the CIO of Bitwise. This must be his first bull market, because you know what? Bull markets don't last years to come, okay? They go in cycles. And we all know this. I've been in this space since 2012, and we've always had a bear market. But maybe his point was that he has a longer term outlook on Bitcoin that is bullish. And I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But gotta calm those emotions. He also says that we are entering the golden age of crypto. My friend, the golden age was back in probably 2009 to 2016 or 17, when we didn't really have a lot of KYC to open up an account anywhere. Nobody cared. Everybody was, break the banks essentially, because that's why Bitcoin was created. The Genesis block says it all. If you don't know what the Genesis block is, I'm not going to tell you. Do your research. Google Genesis block Bitcoin. You're going to see exactly why Bitcoin was created. Okay, moving on. So, Microstrategy. Okay, I know you're sick of hearing about Microstrategy, but it did break $50 billion market cap and is now worth more than Ford Motor Company. This is according to Bitcoin Archive on Twitter. Ford lost 60% of its market cap since 2022 and holds, this is ridiculous, $26 billion in cash, about 65% of its market cap. Can you imagine holding that much cash while the Fed Reserve is printing $1 trillion every 90 days? Do you know how much inflation is out there? Apparently nobody at Ford, or the top people at Ford, understand inflation, because why would you hold 65% of your market cap in cash? Okay, craziness. But let's move on. Blackrock's ETF trades a record $1 billion volume in the first 20 minutes. That was yesterday. That's a lot. And so that number probably will continue. I mean, you'll see increases of that number. And yeah, that's going to be really interesting. I think that's going to get more institutions interested in Bitcoin. I'm going to cover this next because Mike Novogratz says Trump allowing banks to custody Bitcoin and hold it on their balance sheet will bring hundreds of billions into the ecosystem. What he should have said was the bank's ecosystem, because that is where it's essentially so boring. First of all, banks are going to now hold crypto. Have you just check out the Genesis block, man? Like, learn about the Bitcoin white paper, Novogratz. Come on, man. What is wrong with these people? These people, this is why we have Crypto Tips, because we're here to teach people about why Bitcoin was created, because a lot of people have no freaking clue. And if you're not self-custodying your Bitcoin, you yourselves, you're not in Bitcoin. Just letting you know, okay? Keep that in mind. Moving on, we have $100,000 Bitcoin that just hit yesterday. Yes, Canadian dollars. We hit $100,000.
Sometimes I don't know what Toby's going to talk about. That was one of them.
So, yay.
$1 million.
Okay, next up, we have Senator Lummis has put forward a bill for the US government to buy 200,000 Bitcoin per year over 5 years, and that would total 1 million Bitcoin. And I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are below. Do you think that's a very bullish thing that the government is using stolen money, tax money, to go ahead and buy Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts below. Moving on, we have Kamala Harris campaign ends $20 million in debt after raising over $1 billion, Politico reports. Well, you know what? Whatever. The Federal Reserve is losing way more than that. Nobody's pointing that out, right? And we all know governments are horrible at managing funds. That's why Bitcoin exists. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Bitcoin. Yay! Okay, so now, yep, exactly. That's it, Heidi. We have a great merchandise. Shop.learningcrypto.com. Moving on, we have Amir Taaki. He just said, the person that created the term open source speaks about Trump. And he wasn't for Trump. Now he is for Trump because he's pissing off a lot of evil people. And he really hopes that, Trump will go ahead and eliminate a lot of massive government programs. We will see. Time is going to tell, and hopefully we will be able to tell very, very soon after he gets inaugurated in January 3rd. So we'll see what happens. Let me know if you think this is going to make a huge difference. But the good thing about crypto, you do not have to rely on promises because you do not have to trust. You can just verify math. It's a beautiful thing, guys. And that's why probably public schools really hate the fact that they want to make math really boring so that everybody thinks it's boring, but it's really not. It's actually amazing. Now let's talk about the scam artists in this space. Every bull market, there are scam artists. Every single time. Last one, I'll just name Sam Bankman-Fried. And guess who called out Sam Bankman-Fried 2 weeks before FTX collapsed? My wonderful wife, Heidi. She called them out, and yeah, she got a lot of crap from them, from the entire crypto community, because most people are too scared to say what is needed to be said. But you know what? We don't care because we're not sponsored by anybody. We're our own entity here. And the beautiful thing about crypto, it's not reliant on people. Okay, it's reliant on math. You're not going to be able to mess with math. 2 + 2 is always going to be 4. And if you think there's a savior in crypto, you're wrong. Crypto doesn't need a savior. With that said, guess who's trying to be a savior right now? Trying to get on the bandwagon. Kevin O'Leary once again.
What?
Yeah, exactly. The same guy that called. Okay, so actually he said on Shark Tank's, Kevin O'Leary says, I'm long Bitcoin on CNB or Fox News. How are these people even allowed, these knuckleheads allowed to even go on these news stations? I guess that's what is required now. Who knows? But they don't invite people that are OGs in this space, like they just invite these guys. So here's the thing. Kevin O'Leary called Bitcoin garbage back in 2019. And you know what? Yes, people change their mind all the time. Trump changed his mind. Michael Saylor changed his mind. All these people change their minds. I get it. But you know what? Let's go back and do a little bit of research before you judge me on judging this guy, because this is on CoinDesk back in 2023. Kevin O'Leary, all crypto cowboys are going to be gone soon. This is right after he was paid $15 million by FTX for 20 service hours, 20 social posts, a virtual lunch, and 50 autographs. You know what? The guy doesn't have your back. He's only out for himself. You guys should know this. There's going to be many, many people like this. There are many people in this space right now that you should be weary of. I've been in this space for 12 years. I see people come and go. I say it how it is. All right. That's what you get from me. Like and subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.